Hi friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm Katie, and today I thought we'd look at my new Planners Anonymous Chapter 1 box. So I haven't historically been a person who does unboxings for my subscription here on the channel. It used to be that my friend Judy did them every month, and I didn't see the point in doing it when she did such a great job, but she's been off of YouTube for a little while, and the subscription had a big change, so I figured I'd go and talk through it a little bit. So let's get into it a bit. So this is a monthly subscription from Planners Anonymous. It used to be that there was like a base subscription and then you could add on extra papers or extra stickers. They've changed that now, and it's essentially like 3 kinds of subscriptions that you can add on whichever ones you want. So it kind of lost that like base feeling. So I get 2 of the 3. I get the sticker one and the paper one. I skipped the like planner one because it included a bunch of things I didn't want to get. And honestly, I'm thrilled with this change in the subscription style because what I'm getting right now is everything I want and pretty much nothing I don't want, which for me is just excellent. I don't have a lot of enthusiasm for receiving things I don't want every month, even if they're small. So I've been a long opponent to getting a pen every month. They've stopped that for now. I know some people are sad about it, but I didn't want a ballpoint pen in the mail every month or that kind of thing. So I get those 2 subscriptions. It does mean that I don't get washi anymore. The washi is in that planner subscription that I don't get. But the truth of the matter is that I have run out of storage in my washi drawer set, and so I was gonna have to come up with a new plan anyway. I could have bought another set of drawers, but I really didn't want to. I've been subscribed for several years now, and that washi is really adding up, and I haven't, while I use it, I do use it, but I have so much and I don't use it in quantities. I've never run out of a single one, and some of them are starting to lose their stick. You know, they're getting to be several years old. So I'm a little sad not to be getting the washi, but it's in line with decisions I think I was going to make anyways. So, and I don't need sticky notes and notepad every month. Like that doesn't really speak to me personally. So I get 2 copies of the stickers and the paper. So let's get into this. Full disclosure, this is not my first unboxing. I did look at it last night. So you're not, I've already taken some out of like cello paper and whatever. So these 2 are exactly the same. There's a discount if you get 3 different items. There's a discount if you get 2, and a higher yet discount if you get 3. So that made getting the 3rd a very economical choice. So I got it. It also put me over the free shipping threshold. So let's come back to the stickers because I think we're gonna get like into them. So let's start with the paper. It comes in a storage bag. I was initially opposed to the storage bag. I was like, I don't need to be receiving one of these every month. The Planner Lover one comes with one too, and I was like, that's too many. But I think actually the one is actually really nice. I've already warmed up to it since last night. So it comes in that, and it does keep the like papers nice and protected when it is shipped. The box too is lovely. That comes with, if you order the papers, it comes with the box, and the box is really beautiful. Mine came a little dented, which I'm sad about, but that's, you know, the purpose of the box is to keep the stuff safe, and it totally did that. But I'm hoping that at least one of my boxes arrives undented and that I can really use it. So some of the stuff came in cello bags, and I've already taken it out. So this particular one has quote cards, or like journaling cards actually. So I don't know how many of these there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're double-sided. One of my intentions for this year is to tip in stuff more often into my planner, and I think that's what I'm going to do. The beauty of tipping in is that you can look at both sides. So that seems perfect. I don't entirely know how I'm going to use these quite yet, but they're beautiful. They're printed really nicely. They're a reasonably stiff cardstock, so you know, I'm not going to want to be adding them all over my planner all of the time if I'm worried about bulk, but there are some other things that have changed about this kit that's going to improve the bulk situation, so I'll add them in sometimes and enjoy that. I love the stamps. I've gotten into stamping in my planner and also on marker paper and coloring in the stuff with markers and then cutting that out and putting it in my planner or my journal. So I really think these are going to be beautiful for that. There are little icons at the bottom that are pretty cute, including, I'd like to draw your attention to this little box with the teddy bear in it. Adorable. I'm actually particularly excited for this little short washi. I think we have some previous washi ones. I mean, it's always handy to have a washi one, but often they're about 1.5 inches wide, which this one's a little shorter. Actually, this is a good size, too. It's about 1 inch. The like stamped image is about 1.25 inches, so that would be perfect for like A5 column planners, like the Hobonichi Cousin or something. But I'm excited for this little one. That one is like 5/8. I think that's going to be really handy in the columns of my B6 common planner, because I think they'd fit nicely over these dates. So excited about that. Some speech bubbles, some handy stuff in here. I personally love it when the stamp sets have little animals in them, which some of the recent kits have, but obviously that depends on the kit theme. This one doesn't have any animals in it across the board, so that's fine. But I loved the Arctic Adventures one because that one had so many cute animals. These are the die cuts, and they are essentially more stickers. They're on, so they have an adhesive back, and they're stickers. I was curious to see if they're any thinner than they used to be, but I haven't heard that they've changed suppliers for that, so I don't think so. I think they're probably the same. So they're a little thick as stickers go. If you're in a planner that has like reasonably thick paper, you won't notice a problem. In my common planner, it's a little thick for the Tomoe River paper. Actually, I mean, this might not be a permanent change. The stock may change, but this one is definitely thinner than last month's. So that's interesting. I'm excited about that if that continues to be true, but I know there's been some variation in the die cut stock from month to month sometimes. So there's a whole bunch of stickers in here. Nice and big ones too, which I like for like my journal. I'm not going to go through them all there because there's a ton, but they're really cute. And I like them a lot. I keep meaning to get into card making. I think they'd be wonderful for card making, but I haven't gotten to the step where I'm ready to give away any of my stuff yet. And then here's the papers. There's 5 patterned papers that have like a textured background on the other side, and there's 2 sets of each. I have to say this particular kit isn't my favorite set of papers of all time. I love this one a lot. This one just isn't my jam. It's fine. You know, obviously papers change from month to month. I'm not really into the big things of text in general. I prefer the words in my planner to be my words, not someone else's words, which is fine. I love this one though, a lot. Generally, I'm into the scenes. This one I think is meant to be like something you can build on, which could be fun, but I don't have a circumstance in my life right now where I want to be adding layers upon layers of stuff. So I personally prefer my scenes to be a little more filled in themselves on there, but that's totally a personal preference. And then there's two of the vellum, and I do love the acetate here. So, and there's two copies of that. I'm wondering, so I still haven't gotten a clear cover for my common planner, and I'm wondering, I think I could sew this into, there's not a lot of room for error, but I kind of think that with the two, I could sew this into a clear cover if I wanted. So I just need to decide if I want like a patterned clear cover, or if I want a blank clear cover that I can then put paper underneath. So I haven't decided, but that could be a good use for my acetate in the future. So that is the paper lover kit. And again, all stuff I use, all stuff I really like having, and I can just stick it in this. I'll show you how I plan on storing things later, but it all just slides in here. I'll store my stamps with the rest of my stamps, and honestly I think I'll put these quote cards and stuff. What I'm going to put in here honestly is my unused sticker book. And then this will fit pretty compactly. There's going to be, people are making tutorials for how to turn the shipping box into like a beautiful storage box. And I think that will be really nice. Let's look at the stickers. And while we're at it, let's pull out an old sticker book so that we can compare them. So this is an unused copy of the most recent sticker book before they made the switch. So that we can page through it. I might pull out a used one too for when we are actually talking about the sticker paper. So obviously one of the differences is that we've gone from book to folder to like loose sheets in a folder. I know some people are a little sad about that switch. I'm not personally, because I was essentially using this as a folder too. I was sticking like the die cuts in the back and whatever, and now I can just slide this stuff in here, which I'm really pumped about. The other differences are they switched manufacturers, and that means we have different sticker stock and some new cutting rules. And I like both of those changes a lot in a way that makes me not sad that they aren't like bound together anymore. I will kind of miss some of the graphics that went with it, but not the fact that it's bound really. It's convenient. I like that they're not loose sheets the way the like original one was with no storage whatsoever. Like I preferred them being all held together in some capacity, but I prefer the folder way of holding it together. So it comes, it's a folder, it comes with like a large number of pages of stickers. They keep adding more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think that means there's 18 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 18. And these are, I think, B6 sized sticker sheets. Let's see. They are 5¼ by 7. So yes, B6 for you millimeter people, whatever that is. In B, it's the same as B6. I'm gonna set this aside. I don't know that there's any reason I need to keep these separate. So let's page through and compare. So they aren't going to be one-to-one by any means. This is a whole change, but there are some things that are worth comparing. So I love the fact that she can now cut all the way to the bottom. And so a sticker like this, I don't have to cut it. It used to be that she couldn't cut too close to the edges. So she would put things like this, and they were decor, and I loved that she didn't waste that space, but I had to cut it out, and that was fine. It didn't bother me, but I like it even better when I don't have to. So this is like kiss cut right around the design all the way from the edge to the edge, and I love that. So excited. The other thing is that the sticker paper is so much thinner. It's a delight. The printing on it is really nice, and the thickness is just so much better compared to the old ones. The old ones weren't awful, but I did worry about putting something like date covers on it week to week on the really thin Tomoe River paper, and I am a lot less worried about that with this sticker paper. It's a huge improvement from a thickness perspective. Big fan of that. So both of these start with like deco pages with their character on it. We don't have this like scene journaling space anymore. I did like that, but I did get like kind of precious about it, and I didn't use it a ton. So I'm not grieving too badly for it, but that is gone now. Just a lot of deco here. We don't have foil anymore. I liked foil, but I don't miss it. The problem with foil is that like you can have up to 1 millimeter of misalignment, and it still counts as this one's pretty decent. It still counts as within tolerance, and I totally get that, but it means like for some of these designs like the snowmobile, right? Focus. It's a cool feature, but if it's 1 millimeter off, it can look really wrong, even at just 1 millimeter. And so I don't miss the foil. I thought it was fun. I did like it. But I'm not grieving for it. So here, first page, deco. Cool. Then we've got another page of deco. These are clear, which this was here. So I think both have 2 pages of clear deco stickers. They were this one and this one. We don't have the dots anymore. I'm not gonna miss the dots. I understand that they were supposed to be fun for like color coding and whatever, but the truth of the matter is, if I'm buying Planners Anonymous stickers, I don't want basics. I understand that they match and whatever, but like if I'm paying for Planners Anonymous stuff, I want stuff I can only get from Planners Anonymous. So I don't miss the dots. I can print those myself. I can get those from other places. They might not be perfect matches, but that's fine with me. So this particular kit doesn't have a lot of big, I mean, I have one big deco, but some of them do, that depended. But these are the 2 like clear sheets. This one has like a lot of big florals, and I am so excited to use these. And these big ones down the side make giving up the washi feel a lot more tenable to me. Like between this and the sticker and the digital kit, I think I can get by without the washi, and I really enjoy not having to store washi. So these are gorgeous. I am very excited to use them. Then we got a mini page. So that's a lot. That hasn't changed much here. She's added a big one, which means we seem to have fewer of these mirror image ones. That's fine with me. That's not something I'm gonna miss. We still have a few of them, and our little peekaboos. Not a big change to this design page, and that's just fine. There was a time where these were on clear, but they've switched back to paper, and they're on paper now, but they're nice and thin. There's no equivalent to this page really in the old book. This is a lot of like currently stuff, headers, and then these little you know, reminder, check-in, whatever. Oh, I honestly, actually, it's kind of the equivalent of this page here. So some of these kinds of headers, I prefer this page. I liked the foil, but I think I like this one better. We don't have date dots at the moment. Those are part of a different, there's like a quarterly set of stickers that has a lot more functional stuff than this. The date dots are there, I believe. This change totally works for me, and I think it's really cute. I think these are going to be 1.5 inches, so they won't exactly work in my columns, but I'm sure I can find a way to make them work. Again, there's not a direct equivalent to this page. There used to be some like quote fetty in the bottom, like quarter of one of these pages, but it's been gone for a little while now. This isn't something that I seek out, but when I have stickers of them, I do find them very easy to use and just place down places. It is fun that they're not just square cut, they're kind of washi cut. So again, this isn't like a selling point sticker for me, but it is a thing I will use because I have it, and that's fine. At 18 pages of stickers, I'm fine with it being used that way, I guess. I'd rather more deco, but whatever. There's no shortage of deco. This is our one box page, so this is different. The old book had this page and then some boxes on the weekly pages, which we haven't gotten to yet. Now we just have this, and that's fine because I don't really use a ton of box stickers anyway. They don't fit that nicely in the columns. And they add bulk when they're thicker, and I never use these checklist ones, so I'm glad the checklists are gone. A page of boxes I will find a use for, because I don't feel like my boxes have to be fully in a column, but I'm glad there's not too much space devoted to them, and they are pretty cool in how she's like cut them. Some of them have this border on them, so this one's like a Polaroid style, and some of them are just boxes. So I think it's a neat design on the page, so I'm cool with that. Here's the beloved foldable sticker, so I'm glad that continues. We only have one now, which is fine. We used to have two because there was one in the sticker book and one in the additional pages. There aren't additional pages anymore, it's all one, but one is plenty. And a thing I do enjoy about the fact that all of the stickers come together is that they are clearly being printed by the same manufacturer. I was pretty sure that the like kit stickers and the additional sticker book were produced in two different things, and the colors weren't always exactly the same, which is like understandable but a little annoying, and I'm glad that all the stickers are being made at the same place now. Otherwise, there's not exactly an equivalent to this page. There's, you know, some deco and whatever, and these kind of fun text boxes and some icons. In general, there are more icons on this, we'll get to them, than I need there to be, but these are some that are like maybe monthly, and then there's some weekly ones. Well, no, that's not true. I don't need these in my life, but I'll probably use them. I'm pretty sure these are clip art from someone on Etsy who I have bought icons from in the past, so if I wanted icons, I know where to find them. So I don't really need those, but they don't take up that much space, and they are color coordinated, so that's fine with me. This I'm very excited about, to the point that it makes me wonder if maybe I don't need to keep buying the papers. These are essentially paper, like, you know, a paper design printed as a full sticker. There are no cut lines on here, and the idea is that you can like cut it up and tear it up exactly how you want it. And that is how I use the paper, but it's a lot thinner than the paper. So I really like that. It makes me think that maybe for the digital kit, I should just print some of the papers that are in there on sticker sheets like this, and then just have this available to me. It does make me then wonder what I'm going to do with the papers, but maybe I'll actually get into card making. Okay, now we have our first weekly layout, and so this is what those used to look like. I'm very excited about these changes. So this used to be only 1 page per week, and then there were additional boxes that matched in the back. Now there are 2 pages per week, a lot more emphasis on deco, which I love. Some of the big changes are that this, for one thing, is cut all the way to the bottom. I love that. I think that's going to mean that it's maybe tall enough for my common planner now. My common planner, it was just a little bit taller than the old stickers used to be. No, it's still about a 1/4 inch shorter, but at least I can, I don't have to like add the bottom uncut part anymore. Did I say 1/4 inch? I don't think it's 1/4 inch, but it's like an 1/8 of an inch. And now it used to be cut into like standard size boxes. I don't know if you could see that, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 stickers here that I like tried to arrange. Now it's all one solid sticker, and I love that. That's gonna be so quick to put down. These are wide. There, so this is 2 inches wide. So if you have a 1.5 inch boxes, you might want to trim a 1/4 inch off, at least a 1/2 inch off. That's really easy to do. You can just do it with your paper trimmer. My common planner ones are 1, like if I include the margin, it's like 1 3/8. Let's see how much design I'd have to cut off to do 1 3/8. 1 3/8. So I gotta cut off here. For that one, that seems fine. For some of them, that might make me sad, but I've got ways of changing my planner to use wider columns if I feel like it. So that's not the end of the world, but hopefully a lot of the interesting bits are more on one side or another. So I guess I could cut either way. But that would be very easy. I am so excited to the change in the, let me switch to one that might be easier to see. In the, those aren't centered. Are they usually centered? In the date covers, they're significantly smaller, which is nice in terms of height and whatever. And they're no longer rectangularly cut. They are now cut like the washi shape. And I love that. That's so nice. But I did check this earlier. They do fit in the B6 Common Planner columns. And that is huge for me. So we pull it out and it will fit both height and width wise. Honestly, a perfect fit in these B6 ones. So they'll work great for the A5 as well. I think that change has made these way more versatile. I'm super pumped for that change. We have more icons. I've already discussed how I feel about icons. They don't take up a ton of space, so it's fine, but I don't really need or want them. Nice big deco here, some corner stuff, and all the corner stuff is way nicer now that they can cut all the way to the edge. And then there's now 2 sheets that go in a week together. So there's like a strip here, again, that's cut, which, you know, for someone who isn't subscribed to the washi, there's a lot of side action that I can use. This is cut like it's torn, which is really fun. And then some beautiful, beautiful deco. And I said it before and I say it again, I love the new thickness of the stickers. And then there are still 4 weeks. So this is week 2. Week 3. Same icons and stuff. I think the stuff they expect you might do weekly. So, you know, it's a little formulaic from week to week. It was before then too. Totally works for me. Like, it saves on design time and effort for, you know, if you always know you're gonna put like a Polaroid here or whatever and a torn thing on the side. I'm here for it. No complaints. And then here's the last week. I think the last week is always kind of intended to be like a journaling week. Here. So these are really gorgeous. Lots of florals. And then another paper to tear. I'm really tempted to go get my digital kit open and just like preemptively go and print like all of the papers like this. In one of the other, in like an add-on holiday kit that wasn't part of the subscription, it was divided in 2, which I kind of like the idea of instead of one big one, but that's totally fine. But I would like more paper designs in this format. I can do that myself, but I wouldn't be sad if they were included in. Let's page through this real quick and see if there's anything that jumps out as me as like we didn't get covered. So plenty of deco. Yeah. Clear, we've got minis, we got weekly. So we don't have habit trackers in here in the new one anymore. They've been kicked up to the quarterly functional. I love that change. I wish that the quarterly had shipped earlier than it did for the people who are kind of counting on that stuff to be able to go with their monthly kits. But I'm not using it, and I'm glad that I'm gonna have like a habit tracker graveyard in these kits because I don't use them in my weekly journal. We don't have as much big clear words right now. We have some. I think some of that's going to be in the quarterly stickers, and that's fine with me. As I've said before, my general preference is for the words in my planner to be my own. We don't exactly have a page of washi strips anymore, but there is quite a bit of washi-esque availability in those, so that really hasn't totally changed. We've talked about this page, and we kind of talked about this one. So overall, I am totally thrilled with the changes. I feel like I personally am getting everything I want and nothing I don't want, which is just like an amazing feeling, and I think all of the changes really suit me. I know that some people are a little more divided about how the subscription has divvied up and whatever, and I recognize that, but for me this is an amazing change and I'm really stoked about it. So we'll have to see what my long-term paper strategy is, because I really do like these big paper stickers, and I can definitely make that with the digital kits. I do like getting the stamps though, and the die cuts I could do with the digital. So we'll see long term. I'll definitely keep getting the stickers. I'll probably keep getting 2 sets of the stickers. And then the paper one, we'll see. I gotta find a way to use the paper, and I love the paper. I just like get too attached to it and then have trouble using it. So that gets easier with the digital kit because then I at least have a backup set of the paper. But mostly what I love doing with it is tearing it up and sticking it into, like gluing it into my planner, and the like sticker version of that just works better for that. So I'm gonna put the die cuts in here. I'm gonna put the quote cards in here. And now this is just a convenient thing that I can put on my shelf. It's marked here on the edge so you can see. I kind of want them to be marked here on the spine because I put it in a bookshelf and this is the side I see, but I'm not gonna have trouble finding it. I do use this spine to identify things. So it's a little, the folder's a little bigger, which isn't surprising, but I think it'll fit just fine on my shelf. Anyway, I'm sure that got long, and at one point I thought I was going to do like a plan with me portion of this event, but it doesn't make sense to do it here in the in this, because I just looked and it's 35 minutes long. My apologies. We'll see if I can cut it down some. But hopefully you found that helpful. If you are a Planners Anonymous subscriber, you're entitled to your feelings about the change in the subscription. I don't want to try and invalidate any of those. Although if you're in the group, please, please express your opinions kindly. I'm really thrilled, but your mileage may vary. If you're a common planner user and not a Planners Anonymous subscriber, I have been not really pushing the Planners Anonymous stickers in my common planner in the past because I think you have to kind of make it work. I think the new stickers are a great match, and there's a lot less making it work and a lot more it just intrinsically works. So if you think these stickers are beautiful and you want to use them in your common planner, I think it's a match made in heaven, to be honest with you, with the new sticker thickness and the way that things are sized now. So I hope some of you found that helpful, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, friends.